He just sent a serious message. What an impressive historic day. What is Jorge Mateo's future with the Baltimore Orioles? And why are fans so angry at Brandon Hyde? Welcome to Orioles Digest. I'm your host, Kam Brice. And like I say in every video, if you're a part of this percentage, let's change it today. Come join Orioles Digest. We're giving you daily updates about the Baltimore Orioles every single day that you don't want to miss. Well, today the Baltimore Orioles fell against the Kansas City Royals once again, 11-6. But one young star had a monster game and was the youngest Orioles player since Manny Machado to homer 2 times in a single game. And his name is Jackson Holliday. So in today's video of Orioles Digest, we're going to take a deep dive into Jackson Holliday. I'm going to talk about Brandon Hyde and why I think Brandon Hyde is on a hot seat. So without further ado, let's get into our first topic of the day. We're going to talk about Jackson Holliday and why he had a historic day and what it means for the rest of the year. Yep, Jackson Holliday had a monster game. As you can see right here, this was his second home run of the day. Pretty long ball. The power's starting to come for Holliday, and we've seen this before with a guy like Holliday. He's very good. Once he has consistent at bats, I feel like he can become that type of player that we all know he can. But the main problem is Brandon Hyde is not giving this kid any opportunities. He should be an everyday second baseman. Care if his splits versus left-handers and right-handers are completely different. To be an MLB everyday player, Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt Jr., they face right-handers, they face left-handers. You have to face them in order to develop. And I think that's where we were with Jackson Holliday. Last year, the struggles. He was trying to adjust to the speed of the MLB. He was kind of blown away about it. Now he adjusted. He has everything. He's worked on everything. You can tell throughout the offseason of last year, he worked on his strike count. K percentage is well down, like 8-9% from last year. Walk rate is up, hard hit balls up. So the analytics and everything, I know a lot of people don't like to talk about the analytics, but it's proven that Jackson Holliday is having a very good season. He's just been unlucky. Defense, playing very good second base. Haven't had any errors. It's been very good. I still would like to see him at different positions. I feel like he could be at short or third, but now that Jordan Westburg is on the IL and he's not expected to come back mid-May, so it's a shakeup. But there's no reason why Jorge Mateo should be playing over this guy. And we're going to talk about Jorge Mateo and that whole situation later in this video. But I just want to talk about Jackson Holliday and actually like what he did. Holliday is a good kid. He's going to be a star. Look at his home run. Just look at it. I love the swing by Jackson Holliday. I love it. Everything that flows through, going right through the ball. This is a guy who should be at the top. I'm thinking one lead off. Let him set it. Let him set the advantage. And it's like the Baltimore Orioles were down what 2-1 in this game. Holliday hit a solo home run. Boom. And then you see in this bottom of the fourth, Holliday hit another solo home run and tied the game, and then the Orioles gave up home runs. There was over 8 home runs in this game, a lot of long balls in this game. Cedric Mullins home run. Ryan O'Hearn continued his streak. But this video is more about Jackson Holliday and what he did and how he continues to improve every single year. And I think this is the year that we finally get to see Jackson Holliday be up here every day. But Brandon Hyde has to give him more opportunities. And that's going to take me to my next topic of the day. I know we talked a little about Jackson Holliday, but we're going to talk about Brandon Hyde. And I'm going to talk about why I just think the Baltimore's might move on from him soon. Is Brandon Hyde on the hot seat? Will he be the Orioles manager next season? Now, Brandon Hyde, this is questionable. I always love Brandon Hyde. You guys know me. I've been a big Hyde believer. I say he's one of the best managers in baseball. He's a team manager. This guy's play for him. He's a good manager. Situations costly. I wasn't last year playoffs costly situations. This year begin costly situations. But his lineups is getting ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason that Heston Kjerstad went on a streak with a hitting streak. I think he went about 7 for like 15. Brandon Hyde gave him an off day. Then gave him another off day. Heston Kjerstad is now on a 1 for 21 streak. Jackson Holliday was very good. And he kept platooning him. Once Jorge Mateo was fully healthy, it was like, oh, Jorge Mateo has to be in the lineup almost every other day. We can't keep this guy on the bench. He's a utility player. We have to stop treating Jorge Mateo like a starting second baseman, our star player. He's not the focal point. You're not going to re-sign him. He's not the focal point of the franchise. It's Jackson Holliday. So play this kid every single day because we see once this kid gets opportunities that are consistent, he starts believing and he starts to gain confidence. And it's like when Brandon Hyde sits him back down, it's like, where's the confidence going? I go 4 for 4 one day, then I don't play the next day. How is that possible? That cannot happen. And I've seen so many fans said it. I'm gonna be the one reporter to say this. Brandon Hyde has to change his decisions. There's no reason. I don't care if his splits versus left-handers is not good. It's good as right. He hit left-handers today. He hit righties today. He hit lefties other day. Like he's producing. He's a young player. They're only going to get better with these opportunities. And then that also talks about Kobe Mayo. You brought Kobe Mayo up. Wait, we're just going to wait until we find the right situation to ease him in. No, don't find the right game, the right pitcher, so you can ease him in, so you can get an easy count, maybe go 1 for. No, put him in the situation to succeed now. Put him there, make him struggle, and then he'll come back. Kobe Mayo realized in AAA what he had to work on last year from getting sent down, not having a good spring training. He worked on that, and he was amazing in AAA, batting over 400 the last 15 games. And it's just like Brandon Hyde has a problem of playing the players consistent. It's baseball. It's not hard. You don't have to change the lineup every single day. I get in the beginning of the year when things weren't working out, and now the Baltimore's have found that formula, but the offense still cannot produce. And when the offense doesn't come out and you don't get runs between the fifth or sixth inning, you're asking so much on a pitching staff that's already injured, weak. Most guys in our rotation can't go past 5 innings. So the Baltimore is in a situation that's never going to end until the manager and the GM, Mike Elias, makes the smart decisions to make this team better in the future. Thank you for joining Orioles Digest. Once again, I'm your host, Kam Brice. Me and John are going to have so many videos coming up soon talking about the Baltimore Orioles. We're going to take a deep dive into the MLB draft coming up very soon. We're going to talk about the best prospects in baseball. We're going to take another deep dive into Jackson Holliday. We also have a ton of news coming up. Kyle Bradish, Grayson Rodriguez, some good news. He started throwing. Zach Eflin had a good day in Aberdeen today. John just posted a video before this one, so make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you subscribe, turn post notifications. Once again, I'm your host, Kam Brice, and thank you for joining Orioles Digest.